It'll be the shortest track you will likely ever see an IndyCar race on. It is one that has produced some exciting racing, no matter what kind of car you're in. As we welcome you into Henrico County, Virginia, aka Richmond, Virginia. It is the Richmond Raceway, and it is time for round number 6 of the VOR IndyCar Series, presented by Apex Sage Coaching. Get you ready for round number 6 this evening. It is the Richmond 175. I'm the captain, Chris Scala. We welcome you in, getting you ready for 175 laps around Richmond. And I'm going to steal the quote from good old JR, and they've been saying it throughout the evening here. Gary Godso, the admin, Nicholas Sudik, the driver, said it in chat. It's Saturday night. You know what that means. That's exactly the way we feel right now. Cars are gridding. So let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineup. And once again, Alex Van de Sant on the pole, a 17.421 second lap. He'll start alongside Dakota DeMay. Shane Coogan, Thomas Geisler, row number 2. Sudik, as I mentioned, he'll start row 3 alongside Craig Forsythe. Cohen Evans, James Watson, row number 4. Row 5, Matt Houston, Ty Richter, Sebastian Kinder, Lewis Woodall, row 6. Cameron Boston will start in row number 7 alongside of Gary Godso, I believe is going to race this evening. Yep, he's over there on the grid. I see him right there as the cars are on the track. Let's take a look really quickly as we'll get one to go this time by at the track information tonight. 3/4 mile oval, D-shaped, used to actually be a regular half-mile oval. Repaved back in 1988 and reconfigured to the shape that you see now. 131 miles, 175 laps, turns at 14 degrees. And Alex Van de Sant actually was the winner in the last race, so we'll see if he can pull it off again. But 55 laps appears to be the fuel window tonight, so should be pretty fun. Let's take a look at, as I mentioned, 175 laps, 14 incident points. You will be DQ'd if you get that. You do not want that, obviously. So on and so forth. Should be a pretty interesting race here on this short oval as the sun will start to set, and we should see some pretty fast laps around here. It's actually the first time I've ever broadcasted a IndyCar race at Richmond, so I'm looking forward to it. As the pace car going to pull off as we get you 175 laps of racing around the Richmond Raceway. IndyCar action, VOR style. Everybody through 1 and 2 cleanly, as all 3 and 4 it will be Van de Sant leading lap 1. This track has a very old surface. And when I say very old, I mean not like Atlanta old, but old as I believe it was the 2003 or 4 season, something like that. It was repaved. And since that point, this track is just worn out with age. And of course now You got what you got. Tires are going to wear out a ton around this track. You see already 2 laps complete. All about strategy tonight. It's all about pit sequence and stuff. Looks like it'll be about a 3-stop race. And I should mention tonight our cameras, as always, presented by TrackCams 4 Gourmet. You can check out the cameras online at TrackCams22.com, the iRacing forums, and more. Actually just got a new set of cameras from TrackCams 4 Gourmet for road courses and stuff. So appreciate those guys, It's Van and the crew, for working hard on the cameras. As you saw Geisler get passed by or I should say attempted to be passed by Craig Forsyth, not able to get by him. Going to be very tough to pass around here. You see the cars already migrating up a little bit as there's Forsyth on board him. Not even using 6th gear tonight. Going to see just 2 gears really being used throughout. As Van de Sant pulled away to a 1.2 second lead right now. Oh, Geisler got close to the wall there. Appreciate everybody coming to join us here on the VOR channel, part of the Captain Esports Network, of course. As we are here tonight for round number 6, the Richmond 175 in the Apex Age Coach and IndyCar Series. Just underway around this track. What kind of speeds do we run around Richmond? I'm used to seeing stock cars go around here. Let's see what we get around here, though. Forsyth, 175 miles an hour almost. The turn 1, that's pretty impressive. Oh, he's in the wall. That's not good. That probably hurt the car. Unfortunately, saw the back end or the rear tire kind of damaged, it looked like there, so hopefully Craig's okay. He's off the pace. That thing's got some damage. And he's going to come to pit road. The 27 is going to need this race to stay green, or else he's going to be in trouble tonight, unfortunately. Go back here. Lewis Woodall, 10th position with Sebastian Kinder. Cameron Boston is 10th, 11th, and 12th. Lewis trying to chase down Ty Richter in a 33, who's doing a good job holding his lane. Forsyth still on pit road. Unfortunately, there's a run. Woodall to the inside. Should be able to make the pass right here. Can make it stick right on that yellow line. Oh! Ty all over the back end of Lewis Woodall there. Now, one interesting characteristic about this Richmond Raceway is the placement of the start-finish line. If you look real quickly, it's right there. And then you got all the way around this front straightaway, very loopy to turn 1, part of the D shape. Now, the reason why the start-finish line is where it's at is because on the original Richmond Oval, that is actually where the start-finish line was. So they decided to keep everything right there where it was, and that's the start-finish line now. As Sebastian Kinder backed off and fell back here to the 12th position. Gary Godso, unfortunately, is a lap down already, but Sebastian having some blinking issues. As you see now, Craig Forsyth back on track, 5 laps down, and right here behind his teammate. Let's go to Sudik. Following Shane Coogan around the track. Oh, and Cameron Boston has gone around into the wall with Ty Richter, and caution's out for the first time. Two cars collected in this one. Let's take a look at what transpired. Oh, Ty got loose going in and unfortunately collected Cameron. It just looked like maybe that Ty was a little high going in, cut down, and made contact with the 86. And that's going to bring the caution out. Let's yeah, one more time here. It's almost like Ty tries to enter late with an apex and just cuts it down. Oh yeah, you can see the back end there. They come around at that point, smash into the wall hard. All right, so some cars have come to pit road. Sebastian Kinder, Ty Richter, obviously, Cam Boston, Lewis Woodall, James Watson, all have come to pit road. So get behind the iRacing Ghost 4X pace car. Van de Sant coming off a interesting race 2 weeks ago. He was able to go to victory lane in Long Beach. You see the website to come up here on the page here. Let's take a look at the standings. Entering tonight's race, it is a 1-point lead for Sudik over Van de Sant. Mitchell Riggs, who is not here tonight, running third in points. Julian Altena, he's not here tonight, fourth in points. Gavin Sanders, not here tonight, fifth in points. So you're noticing a trend here. Not here tonight, being the key words of the evening. But thanks to Sim Racer Hub, of course, for keeping track of the points of the series. Should get one to go this time by. Now, if you're new to the VOR channel that you're seeing us broadcast live on here, you can always hit the subscribe button, be a part of the broadcast of all the races that you see here on the channel with all the VOR leagues from the Euro Series to the 2005 Series and more. All right, so pace car lights are off. We'll go back racing here. Lap number 24 of the 175. Here we go. Here, Dakota DeMay inside of Craig Forsyth, who's obviously multiple laps down. Going to be professional and get out of the way here, as we're going to see a little too wide, maybe three wide action here. Coogan getting caught up behind the lap car. Sudik and Geisler trying to make moves. just had my 3-year-old daughter who is on a trip down to Florida with my wife, her family and stuff going down there to visit family and stuff. Actually, just Facebook Messenger. That's what happens when a 3-year-old gets a hold of a phone, I guess. Shane Coogan running in the 5th position. We run on board with him in the 29 car. Anderson laying down some pretty solid laps right now, 17.75 seconds. Now, for those who are used to watching stock cars around here, their laps are usually around the 22 and 23 second mark. So that just shows you how much faster these cars are going around here. As Forsythe has come back to pit road in the 27 car. Unfortunately, his night has gone bad. Cohen Evans, James Watson back here. This is 7th and 8th with Lewis Woodall. Cohen coming off a great run 2 weeks ago in Long Beach. Sunset over there in turn 3. That's got to be blinding for these cars probably going into the corner here. Let's ride with Watson here and let's watch him look into the sun. No, thankfully, the grand. You know, actually, the grandstands haven't been totally updated here. Let's just put it like that. Matter of fact, from about right there in turn 4 all the way around to the turn 2 section, there's actually no more grandstands there. They actually wiped them out and made camping sites out of it. And, oh, caution on track. Trouble. The 33, I believe, is gone around again. And Ty Richter's brought out the second caution. And for Ty, unfortunately, his night has gotten worse. Let's see what happened to Ty. Gets back out on track. Oh, back end comes around again. This time off the corner. Turn 2 and turn 1 and 2 are not his friend right now, unfortunately. And caution comes out, and we're going to see some more pit stops here. Matt Houston on pit road. Also Woodall and Kinder coming back in. Maybe either topping off the tank or getting some damage fixed. I still have not figured out what is on Matt Houston's car. For the life of me. I should have just, hey, Greg, join me. Cheers, my friend. Grab a drink. As the popular country song Dierks Bentley sings, the beer's on me. By the way, shout out to Craig because if you follow him on Twitter, that man has ran a lot of races in the last couple weeks, and I've noticed, and he has won a few. So congratulations, Craig. Hopefully more success in those other leagues that you're racing in. Keep fighting. He won, was it 2 races at Kansas, I think, this week or last week, and some other places. Now, Craig, there is 2 more spots out there waiting on you, or at least 1 more. All right, so while we get a break here, let's take a look at the schedule. You're on the last race of the front page, and now we go to the second page. Of course, tonight was supposed to be a 175-mile race. It was changed over at the last minute to 175 laps. That is due to virtual rain being in the area, I hear. Indianapolis Bike Course, that'll be the race next week, and then 2 weeks from then, we'll hit the oval for the annual or the seasonal 300-mile race at Indianapolis, and then the Milwaukee Mile the following week, and then 2 more weeks, it'll be the streets of Detroit, Nashville Super Speedway, and to wrap up the beginning of May in Homestead, Florida, for a 300-mile event there to crown the champion. Pace car lights still on. Anderson has led every lap so far in the 37 laps that we have completed. Houston and Gatso to pit road. All right, pace car going to hang a left here. Van de Sande going to lead him to the green flag. This is lap number 39 of the 175 as Barney the flagman waves the green. As the cars get up to speed, you see Sudik there in the third position. Had a tough run of it at Long Beach. Really tightened up our point battle here. As where we sit now at race number 6 with a 1 point cushion between number 1 and number 2 in the points. It's Van de Sande and Sudik. Curious to see these cars that took tires, if they did, if they pounce their way to the front real quickly. This track eats up tires. Forsyth's back on track. I think he took my advice. He's already passed Ty Richter for 14th. Sebastian Kinder's taking his car behind the wall, so potential for a 12th place run at least right now. See James Watson looking underneath Cohen Evans, who's kind of struggling a little bit out there. Watson having a great run tonight. And Shane Coogan there in the 29 car. With the 39. Cohen running this high groove. Watson down here on the bottom side. Got to be very careful because this track will cause a snap loose off turn 4. And you're not able to get the power fully down to complete the corner. That's where that high lane will get the run off. And Cohen's going to hold on to the spot right now. It's not without a lack of effort from Watson. You see Cohen just wash up the track a little bit here. But James is not able to put the power all the way down off the corner. Intriguing to see these cars out here with the short oval drive of the shifting and all that different stuff going on. Now if you're wondering what's going on up front, don't worry, Van de Sande is driven away to a 2.3 second lead over Dakota Nemeth and Nicholas Sudik, who are about a 6/10 separation between the two. As you see, the best battle on the track right here, these 3 cars. Lewis Woodall's joined the battle with Watson and Cohen Evans. Both these cars doing a great job of running their respective lanes. As you know, Cohen's got to be feeling the pressure here. Hopefully, in his case, not making a mistake if we ride with the 17. Cohen obviously feeling pretty comfortable up here in this middle groove, we'll call it. outside. Watson get a pretty good run here. Let's see if he can get it off the corner. Cohen almost caught the wall there. But again, Watson not able to complete the corner. Fantastic to watch. 55 laps in the book already. Lewis kind of being patient here, just letting this battle happen. Trying to see if he can find somewhere to go. Mid-corner, about 120 or so miles an hour. Front straightaway up to about 175. 165 there, turn 3. Obviously, front straightaway a lot longer. Good racing years. Sadiq up to 3rd right now. 6.2 seconds back, so Van de Sande is just driven away. He's on a mission. These guys have not pitted from the lead. Question is, how much fuel save have these guys done, and how far can they go on a tank of fuel now? As they put a lap on Gary Godso's, 2 laps down now. Back to this fight that just continues on. Watson getting some pretty good runs, it looks like, off the corner. Great job of just rotating that bottom. Cohen definitely looks like he is better up there on that top side. Watson's going to try to top side here, see if he can get a little run off the corner. Of course, the trick about the top side, if you're not used to racing on an oval like this, the higher you go up the track, yes, it's a longer distance around. However, it allows you to unwind the wheel and not turn the car as much. And off the corner, it carries RPMs off and allows you to be faster down the straightaway. So it's kind of an art. And that's where Cohen's able to complete the run when he runs that top side, because Watson can't complete the pass because he's got to hold the wheel down there. That's what makes a track like Richmond very tough to get around and to pass, because you got to be able to complete the pass. You can't use all of the track. Very hard to do. Watson, good run to the top side here. Craig gets a little oversteer there. And Watson should be able to complete this pass. There you go, on the top side. That's how you do it. Well done. He should be able to drive away here, you'd think. Look at this. Lewis Wood all going to dive to the bottom. Cohen Evans going to get trapped a little bit here. These guys finally settle it out and James Watson makes the move up to the 7th position now. Make that the 6th spot. Lewis Woodall the 7th. Matt Houston back behind this in the 9th position. There he is. Problem is for Matt is when you look over here as we ride, that's Alex Van de Sant back there. And he is coming in a hurry. There's Alex. Surprisingly, tire fall off. Yeah, I talked about earlier, usually is a pretty big number, but Alex is only about a half second off his fastest lap, which 75 laps in almost, and the same set of tires from the start of the race is pretty impressive. Dakota DeMay, the Sunset Arctic Gaming number 82. 5.2 seconds back. You see his times. Look how consistent he's running. Only 0.3 off his fastest lap. So tire wear in this car, not a factor. There's Sadiq, 3rd position there. His lap time's about the same as Dakota DeMay, about only 0.3 off the fastest lap he has run. So next week it will be the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Round number 7, but it will be the bike course. And for those who don't know the bike course much, believe it or not, it's pretty much the road course backwards. So they will actually go down towards the oval turn 1, except make the turn to the left into the what would be turn 14 portion, and do a couple extra corners, and then they'll come out of the turn 1 on the regular road course and up the front straightaway. It's a very interesting course, obviously made for bike racing, but some people have actually adapted to it in an open wheel car and enjoy it. There's the German driver, Thomas Geisler. Of course, take a minute here while Jane Coogan almost caught the wall there. So we talk about international drivers and international people and stuff, thinking about our brothers and sisters over in Ukraine, of course, going through that terrible situation right now with Russia. We send our thoughts with all those people there. Coogan is flirting with that outside wall. Matt Houston with a pass on Cohen Evans, or at least battling each other here. Cohen not giving it up. Till now. Coming up to the halfway point of this race, Alex Van de Sant's led every lap, and we have not seen a single pit stop out of those in the top 5 right now. We wonder if they're making this a one-stop race or will it become a two-stopper. As Alex putting pressure on Lewis Woodall now. Alex taking that groove even higher up the track. More of a Van de Sant line, as I like to call that. He is one that, when I had my times of driving an open wheel car, I was learning a lot from him and seeing how he ran a high groove, and he was one that would make the groove somewhere you would not think existed. to the bottom he goes. Lewis doing a great job of battling here. Oh, contact, and Lewis into the wall and spinning on the front straightaway. That's Alex's way of saying, I am not happy with you, young man. And Lewis jumps back to the pits. Alex drifted up a little bit up into Lewis. Oh, and Matt Houston followed him into the wall back there behind him. So let's hope that Alex's car is okay. It looks like he's starting to stretch the lead back out. So out to 6.3 seconds right now. Last time by Van de Sande in 1859. Dakota 77, Sudica 17 or in 1852. So his lap times, speaking of Alex, is right on par with what he was running right there beforehand. So the damage obviously not too bad on the one car. As these two going back to battle, Houston and Cohen Evans. This is the 7th position now. No lucky dogs in this series, in the VOR IndyCar series. Presented by Apex Sage Coaching. And that is because that kind of thing don't exist in open wheel racing. So they're battling right now just to be the first car a lap down as Thomas Geisler comes to pit road out of the 6th position. Sudik coming to pit road now. So the first round of pit stops just shy of lap number 100. Four tires and fuel, and there goes Thomas. So I would expect Van de Sande to come to pit road really quickly. 87 in there, new sponsor on that car. .45-mile-an-hour speed limit. Going to feel like you're creeping around pit road after going, what, 170 around this track. Of course, you got to get some heat in those tires. Cohen Evans going to come to pit road in the 17. He's at lmcgear.com. IndyCar to pit road. 4 tires and fuel here, and he'll pull away in about 9 seconds or so. 9.6, good stop there. Shane Coogan and James Watson now to pit road. So 3rd and 4th. The Western Waves Media 29 on pit road. Dakota DeMay now to pit road also. So that leaves the one car that has not come to pit road. Alex Van de Sande, the leader, does a great job of fuel saving. Tires and fuel, and he pulls away along with Watson there. Here's Dakota behind the fire truck. I promise he's there. There he is. And now Alex Van de Sande to pit road, so the leader brings that Happy Trails chili seasoning mix number 1 to pit road. And Cohen Evans back on pit road, so not sure what happened to the 17. Oh, and now caution is out. 29, Shane Coogan has spun it in turn 4. Trying to let these cars go around, I think, before he gets it going here. I think Van de Sande, look at that. Nice move by Alex there to let Coogan just kind of get his car back going again. Let's see what happens to Shane. Oh, you can hear the back end coming around on him. Watson does a great job to get around. Great job by Shane just to lock it down and not hit anything. And the only negative is the fact he had to sit there for about a whole lap. But just a simple lazy spin for the 29. This race has been made very interesting as you see the second place car of Matt Houston now coming to pit road. Remember earlier, Matt Houston pitted, and that strategy helped him out as he was able to stay out and then get back on the lead lap, and now he's going to be able to pit from the lead lap and be in the 6th position. So he's going to jump some spots, and a big move there as we're under a 3rd caution here in this Richmond 175 here. I still cannot figure out who that is on the 66. I'm getting is that Will Power? No, it's not, because there's a cowboy hat back there. I'm trying to guess without asking, because then I feel like I'm cheating. A lot of lap traffic coming to pit road here, so Coogan, Godsill, Boston, Craig Forsyth all on pit road. Should get one to go this time by. Seeing a lot of wave arounds going around the car, or around the pace car here, as we're going to come back to green with Matt Houston on the tail end of the lead lap, and the green is out, and a very spread out restart. I need bourbon. Somebody get Craig some bourbon. Dakota looking to take the lead from Alex. Dakota do anything with this one car that has led every lap so far this race tonight. Oh, hold on. And trouble, the 29 has gone around again in turn 4. Let's see what happened to the 29. Cameron Boston looks like might have been involved also here. So 4th caution of the night. Oh, no. Same thing as the last time, except Shane overcorrects. That guy looks pretty happy about it up there in the red. But unfortunately for Shane, he is done for, and I think Boston going to be done for also. That was a nasty shunt, as some would say. Camera nowhere to go. All right, so they have gone to pit road and 4th caution out. As I mentioned, the next 2 races, you'll have the Indianapolis bike course next week. We'll take the week off and then come back again for the Indianapolis 300. It's a seasonal event that happens every season, obviously, in VOR. We'll have 60 laps to go, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get close to the point where now you'll be able to go the distance on fuel. Yeah, you can definitely hear the fuel save though. 6th gear. Pace car lights are off. We'll go back green this time. Alex getting himself all set back up, probably moving the engine map back to whatever he's used to running and putting himself down in gear so he can take off here and trying to hold off the advances of Dakota May and Nicholas Sudik as Alex on the pedal. Here we go, green flag. Alex trying to drive away and absolutely put a butt whooping on this field. 4th, 5th, and 6th. Geisler, Watson, or I should say 3rd, 4th, and 5th, with Sudik, Geisler, Watson. How about Craig Forsyth? 2 laps away. He's going to be in the top 10 tonight. That's how you persevere through a bad race. Gary Godso running 7th. Geisler here, 4th position for him. Just can't help but think back to that Chicagoland race last season. Going to victory lane. Only time in his VOR career, so obviously we don't want to repeat that here in the near future. Alex has not gotten totally away from Dakota. It's only 1.8 seconds, so you wonder if Alex is just kind of pacing himself off of the 82, which could help him save a little fuel, or if Dakota is running better laps or something to keep himself up there right now. As we look at the last time by, 12 for Van de Sant and a 21 for DeMay. So Alex doing a good job of doing the maintaining, if that's what exactly he is up to. The laps continue to click off here. 130 laps, 45 to go. Well, James Watson, 5th position for him. James has not run every race this season, but definitely have seen a lot of improvement watching him. And the 39 doing a fantastic job. Where's old Gary at? Check on my man in the 3 car here. Gary just keeping her clean. Actually with a win in this series, and it was a couple seasons ago at Gateway that the 3 car went to victory lane. Now, of course, Gary in his humble self would say, well, it's because the whole field wrecked pretty much. But as they say in racing, a win's a win. As I always like to say in professional sports, say you hit a home run. You know what, though? That home run could have been a simple pop fly or something. But it doesn't say in the newspaper how you did it. It says it's a home run. Field pretty much getting spread out here. Dakota here on board with him. Dakota doing a great job. IndyCar season kicked off last week at St. Pete. Got themselves a new winner, and if I remember the history really quickly, Scotty McLaughlin made his debut at St. Pete, wasn't it, a couple seasons ago? And here, 2 seasons, or a season and a race later, the victory lane in his first career starts. Congratulations to him. Dakota going past his teammate. Good news for Sadiq running into 3rd position here. At least if Alex does win this race, it won't be as terrible of a loss for him, as he won't lose many points. But there's still 32 laps to go. Obviously anything can happen. One little mistake and everything's changed and turned upside down, as they say. Takes. Sometimes, you're not the best car, just go out there and run laps and get to the finish. The car clean, you'll get a good one, and so then you're up there in the points battle for a championship. After tonight, we'll be halfway into the season, so still plenty of time to go. It seems like with all the off weeks that the season should be about over with, but it's not. We're just getting halfway here. Tonight in the season, still got 2 trips to Indianapolis. As we mentioned, a trip to Nashville. Be the first time at the Super Speedway. Got a road course race in Detroit. Obviously to Homestead to finish it out. Five laps to go for Alex. Dakota kind of stuck back here in traffic a little bit there. It's why he actually ran a lot slower of a lap that time by, and still about a half second off now. As he put a lap on Cohen Evans and Gary Godso. Forsyth letting Dakota go by. not sure of the history. I'll have to talk to Julian this week and find out, but has anybody ever led a whole entire race on an oval, flag to flag, in this series history? I know it's very tough to do. Very tough on any course. But Alex looking to do it tonight as he's led all the 153 laps so far, 154 now. He comes up on the back of James Watson to put him a lap down. Yields in position to him. Of course, Alex just kind of hoping this race goes all the way to the finish now as he's spread out the lead, but $1 million question, and I would probably say yes to that answer, is can Alex complete this run on fuel? At this pace he's running, I'm going to assume yes. He caught up in this traffic now with Gonzo there ahead of him. Got about 3 seconds back to Thomas Geisler, so if he continues to be stuck here behind Gary, that could bring Geisler up here. It does get around him for the I would say to get the position, but more to get the track position, if anything. Unfortunately tonight, 14 cars starting. Actually, not what we're used to seeing in the series, and hopefully we'll get some more drivers out here to compete in the next couple of weeks or so. I know it's getting to a point where, especially here in America, the CDC laws and stuff are coming out, so are going away. So, of course, a lot more people probably going out and enjoying themselves. I know here in Georgia, where I'm at, they actually just raised the level of importance for mask wearing to yellow, which means now that even at work where I'm at, we don't have to wear a mask if we're vaccinated and stuff, which I am. And depending on where you are, you're getting out there a lot more, as Forsyth is taking his car behind the wall as he realizes I have no more positions I can gain. I'm going to get some bourbon, he says. And a bourbon, a scotch, and a beer for Forsyth. Turn 4, 8 laps to go, 8-second lead for Dakota DeMay. His teammate there for position. Big shout out to Apex Sage Coaching, of course, sponsoring the season. For the VOR IndyCar Series. Van de Sant likely tonight will take over the points lead. He can cross the line. He'll be the first three-time winner on the series. But look at this. Geisler playing team player here a little bit. Well, one, he's trying to keep himself on the lead lap at the same time here, but his teammate is Dakota DeMay, who runs second. So Geisler might give Alex a little fight here. And nope, he actually yields it, so for a second we might see a little action. Actually, we are going to. Is Geisler to the bottom? Off turn 4, 2 laps to go. What is now 3 cars on the lead lap, so an absolute dominant performance. In Richmond tonight as the white flag waves. Final lap for Van de Sant. Going to go flag to flag from start to finish, leading every lap this evening in a very dominant performance. And he'll score win number 3 of the VOR season as Van de Sant scores Richmond. Dakota DeMay going to come by and finish second. And Sudik going to be third. Donuts for all. Chili donuts. Nice burnouts there by the one car as he celebrates another victory. I know he picked up a win earlier this week in another league race. I think that was at Kansas also. As there's your finishing order tonight. Van de Sant wins it by 9.7 seconds over DeMay, Sudik, Geisler, Watson, Houston, Godso with a top 7 finish. Evans and Forsyth 8th and 9th. Bastian, Coogan, Woodall, Kinder, and Richter all had issues this evening. It seems like a lot of people had issues tonight, especially with the winner of tonight's race, Alex Van de Sant. Well, let's jump into the VOR Discord channel, and let's go talk to the drivers who competed here this evening. There we go. I actually won the race to the booth. Woo! As Alex first went in, so let's talk to him. A winner tonight here in Richmond. Alex, congratulations on your 3rd win of the season tonight and a dominant flag-to-flag lead for you this evening. Going to get you the points lead back.
Yeah, love this track. Just was hooked up tonight, and yeah, that's all there is.
Passing at a premium tonight, it seemed like. I saw a lot of battles there behind you. You didn't see much of it, but back behind you, there were battles, and seemed like that you were able to keep it side by side for the most part. Top groove working pretty well, bottom groove working pretty well. It just seemed like a very fun, short oval type of race.
Yeah, I was able to just chill and save my tires on the bottom, so then when I needed to go to the top to get around the lap car, I could just send it. And yeah, it just worked out. I had pace all the way throughout the run. It was kind of falling off right before that green flag stop. And yeah, I got really lucky with that caution coming out when it did. But yeah, just the car felt good. Setup was solid, and just brought it home.
Hey, you talked about the pace also. That's something that usually here at Richmond, you're used to seeing cars fall off about a second or two. Seemed like these tires didn't fall off at all.
Yeah, the setup helps a lot with that. And then, there was recently a tire model update for the short ovals. So they're a bit slower overall, but you get a bit less wear throughout the run, which I don't know how realistic it is, but it makes the racing fun, in my opinion.
Nothing wrong with that, man. Well, congratulations on the win. Shout out to whoever you like to, bud.
Yeah, big thanks as always to elmseeker.com, Happy Trails Chili Company, and hi to my family at home. I don't know if they were watching tonight, but yeah.
It's all fun and games. You get it, Scott Pruitt in. Nice job tonight, Alex. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks.
Alex Van de Sant, the winner here tonight, as followed him in the, we'll call it a class of his own, Dakota May. Wins the, we'll call it the GT series. How's that? No, I'm just kidding. Great job tonight, finishing P2 for you in the 82 tonight.
Yeah, good run. Yeah, I'll take it. Alex was on a completely different level tonight, so best of the rest, I guess. I'll take it.
Seemed like for a little bit there, you were able to hold up with him. Was that more of the fresher tires, or was it him maybe more just saving fuel ahead of you and just keeping pace, or was it just you were on your own?
He's really good at saving tires, so I know I always use up a bit more of my tires on these short ovals, so he always has much better long run pace. So yeah, just to be able to at least keep up with him for a couple laps is a good sign.
Yeah, that's always a positive, right? Well, great job tonight. Still second place run. Great points tonight for you, and shout out to whoever you like to, bud.
Yeah, thanks. Shout out to Sunset Arctic Games. That's my company. I got a new game coming out, Echo Blade on Steam, coming out May 3rd. It's finally done. It's finished. I'm excited to show that off. And you guys can check out Voltic Pistol on Steam right now as well. That's a game I made about 2 years ago. So 2-year anniversary is coming up, so I'm excited about that. And if you guys need any iRacing paints or league graphics, reach out to me. I'm also Sunset Arctic Graphics. You can follow me on Twitter at Sunset Arctic or at sunarc_graphics.
The man does a great job of it all. Painting, graphics, video gaming, whatever, you name it. We'll say tonight, in honor of your game coming May the 3rd, may the 3rd be with you.
Yep. Thank you, Chris.
Absolutely, too, buddy. Dakota May finishing in the second position tonight. Does a great job with all the projects he works on. As let's bring up the Taco Bell dude, Nicholas Sudik, who finishes in the third position this evening. And Nick, obviously tough run for you. Looked like unfortunately you were the third best car tonight.
Yeah. I'm kind of I am kind of surprised I finished third. Honestly, I don't know. I felt so sluggish early run. I was just telling Dakota in the waiting room that I had nothing early. Like if I couldn't get a good start, there was no chance for me to make ground in the first 10 laps or so. And just late run I had pace, but I just felt like probably the last two segments between the cautions, I couldn't make enough ground up, or I'd catch traffic just at the worst times. So, but it's okay. It's all right. At third place, I'll take it. I am not good at short ovals. Nobody's better than Alex in this league at short ovals. Straight up, it would have taken a miracle to keep pace with him. So big props to him and Dakota. They definitely had it dialed in for the whole run. So yeah. Cheers. I'll take a podium either way.
There you go. That's the good news. The bad news is you are probably losing the point lead tonight. But needless to say, we're just halfway into the season. It feels like we've gone through the whole season already, but we're just halfway after tonight. Still plenty of racing to make that up.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely. I mean, I a couple weeks ago, you would have probably asked me or talked to me about that, and I would have said I feel like I'm still punching above my weight. But the imposter syndrome's kind of going a little bit for me, so that's good. I just good consistent finishes, and like I said the last time I interviewed, you just keep the momentum going and keep chugging along, and I'll stay on this train until it crashes, which hopefully won't be until after the season.
Yeah, that's true, man. Hopefully you do well. Continuing on, success for you. Shout out to whoever you like to, bud.
All right. First off, thank you to Cameron for teaming up with me. Had a rough night, but give him a shout out for teaming up with me as usual. Um, the wonderful folks at Premier Racing Setups. Check them out, premierracingsetups.com. Been helping do some testing for them going forward. So good technical partnership going closer and closer to the month of May. So a little excited about that. The Turn 4 racing crew and someone else. Oh yeah, Team Watson Racing as well too for partnering with me. James, who runs in the league as well, gave me that opportunity, and yeah, just making friends and partnerships here and there and everywhere. So, and of course you and the admin team as well, Chris. Appreciate it as always.
No sweat, man. Well, great job tonight. Appreciate it as always, and we will see you next week on the bike course at Indianapolis.
Oh, let's go! All right, thank you.
You're welcome, buddy. Nicholas Sadiq finishing in the third position this evening here at the Richmond Raceway. A fun short oval race. I enjoyed it. I know Alex, as some might say, put a stinker on, but you know what? It was some great racing. You saw some great battling out there tonight, and definitely happy to be a part of it here this evening. And even the fans are still sticking around for it, so it was definitely a lot of fun this evening. Next week, as I mentioned, we'll be in Indianapolis for the road course, the bike course, more like it. We'll be there for that next Saturday night at 7 o'clock Eastern, or 7:45, or actually 7:30 by the time we go on the air. I'm so used to one of the other times. And then we'll take the week off and come back at the end of March at the Speedway for the 300-miler on March the 26th. So a lot of great racing to go here in the VOR IndyCar Series here on the VOR YouTube channel. Appreciate everybody for being a part of it and enjoying the ride. As always, remember, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya!